more intriguing than I imagined. I have to push the limits. It would be dangerous to disappoint Mother.
So much rehearsal.
Protect and serve. Are you visiting too?
Taste of blood.
In this life, I still have so many rivals yet to meet. Who among them will be the strongest?
Go, head down to the pier and catch a show.
Oh, it was a pleasure to see the face of a rival.
Still can't believe that show.
I'll welcome any challenge, combat or nay. I will rock one. There is no exchange, only experience.
A seed grows when watered.
And what is life if we don't reach for greater heights?
The growing warmth of the sun on our outstretched palms is reward enough.
You know one thing I don't miss?
They're like us, striving for self-actualization.
In another life, they might have been our family.
But it's better this way, facing their challenges on our own terms.
They would have asked us to let go of each other, both becoming pieces of a greater whole. Normal.
Closed mind is weak to assault.
We speak to you frankly. Perhaps, with no pair to answer, you feel left out.
Or outnumbered.
There are.
What's that look?
Your path must be.
Think the movies really have everything handled? I mean, it's too good to be true, right?
There's someone who has my attention.
Or dare I say, fondness.
Have you been outside the city? Let me tell you, I don't want to be there. What's it take to get me? Just kill a guy and then the mob shows up to recruit? This talk of bogies crawling out of the barrens. Like, what's a plant gonna do? Grow at me? Don't you just love the sceneries?
So this city's run by a circus, the Godfather, and a bunch of
Heard some gunshots earlier? Sounded like they were coming from the edge of the city.
You get along. Protect and serve.
So, you're the hero type, huh? I've been known to save a few cats from trees.
I think I'll head down to the pier and catch a show.
Eyes open. There's so much to see.
How the hell did those floaters, float?
Somebody gotta do the cop a taste of devil's blood. I'm not rich or famous. Not yet. I can't believe that show last night. So barbaric. Be honest. Do I look like a tourist?
We always need extra hands on deck at City Hall. Consider doing nothing.
The elite's got it good. What I wouldn't do for a taste of the blood.
You gotta try the cocktail martini.
I think I'll head down to the pier and catch a show.
Is that a customer? Welcome to Saltwater Sam's.
An incredible show last night. The atmosphere was electrifying. Dreaming of anything today?
Somebody gotta do to cop a taste of devil's blood. I'm not rich or famous.
Don't ask me for directions. I'm not from America.
Don't you love the sea breeze?
Face death with open arms. That is what life
What am I supposed to do? All this free time, no work in television.
You know one thing I don't miss? Driving. Oh, I've seen one too many Jersey slides going on.
Oh, it's a marvel. Welcome, welcome. Here to be amazed, shocked, and entertained? Well, tonight, as our lucky 13th customer, you will get all of that and more for free.
Thing I
Congratulations.
don't miss? Driving. Seen one too many Jersey slides.
That it is. Opening night for our shining young star. Please head straight inside to the stage and take care not to enter restricted areas. We may be a bit late tonight, as we are still awaiting the arrival of one of our cast members. The show simply cannot start without our star clown. Trust me, they are worth the wait. The show will begin as soon as our star clown arrives.
New to Atlantic City? Or are you lucky enough to live here?
Hey, I could be a showman. I'm really good at wiggling my ears. It's, probably dangerous for me to get infection.
will be the death of me. It's the soul that's oversized, not the shoe! If only I had a flower. Every second without laughter brings me closer to death.
It's the soul that's oversized, not the shoe.
Dibbles! Is that finally you? Late on opening night? Who hired you? Was it me? We'll be served on a plate to the ravenous masses with their vicious, quivering jaws. Oh, get to the stage already! They await your opening act! I'm not ready yet. I can't be seen like this! Why are you asking me? Everyone knows Evelyn Russo. Oh, how beloved she was. How terrible her humiliation. An artist like her would never accept such a fate. Oh, but that'll be me if you don't get out there soon. Quickly now. You're ruining... Who else would I be? The mayor? Yes! I I can make jokes too. Ha! Are you happy now? I have to get... Not just a show, a masterpiece, an indelible memory. Go now, before our audience turns rabid. They must be starving.
We're all just minds in a soundless world.
And now, for your opening act, please welcome to the stage the funniest, the wackiest, the most diabolical Star Clown! This zany jokester never shies from a good gag, even at their own expense. But why don't I let them show you what I mean? Fun fact, nothing stimulates a clown's appetite more than a hearty laugh. A hungry clown will prance and frolic to earn a mouthful of their favorite food, delivered with enthusiasm by their jovial leader. Please welcome this giggle of clowns to the stage and bear witness to their feeding frenzy!
Where's my pie?
I'm hungry! Scrumptious.
And now, for a classic trick with an explosive twist. Watch as this deviously dexterous merrymaker juggles live grenades! That looked like it hurt! We'll be passing out warm towels to wipe any blood off. Let's give it up for our Star Clown!
You! What are you doing here? You followed me, didn't you? You better explain yourself. Of course that would bring you here, of all places. You weren't supposed to know about all this. There's no avoiding it now. I used to be the star around here. I deserve to have it back. That stage is mine. I'm taking it from this up-and-coming nobody to remind this city exactly what they lost. Or at least, that was my plan. You being here really puts a damper on things. I get rid of Zaid before the final act. indispose him, mind you. I'm not a murderer. I go on in his place. Put on the show he was meant to. No safety protocols. I prove to the city that if it's truly what they want, I too can evolve. That I'm still worth something. I was the best singer in Atlantic City. Everyone wanted me. Then the world ended. And everyone changed. That Charlotte bitch started feeding them adrenaline in place of talent. I can't compete with a chemical reaction. My only chance to stay relevant was to join them. I became a showman. I put my act on a dangerous high-rise, let people get off thinking they might see me topple to my death. But I have too much to live for. I was on wires the whole time. I fell one day and the jig was up. After that, the showman wanted my head. I need a chance to redeem myself. These people, they used to love me. They just need to be reminded of that. You and Vincenzo have that situation handled. This family has never needed me. Antonio was always busy, and Abigail followed him like a dog. Vincenzo handled everything around the house, but the crowd... They always loved me. I gave them something. I still have more to give. Then you understand why I have to do this. It's my only chance. I'm nothing without it. Nonsense. They were always complaining about me, calling me a diva. Vincenzo would tell me to get out of the way so he could do things properly. I'm nothing but a failure to them. They have no appreciation. Family. I used to know what that meant once. Nothing ever turns out quite how you imagine it. But I suppose that's no reason to stop trying, is it? It never stopped me in showbiz.
Is that Evelyn Russo? The disgrace? Oh! Mother has to hear about this! She's gonna send the whole city after you!
Wait! Come back here, you pathetic nobody! Shit. I didn't expect them to raise the alarm so soon. Well, I don't have much time before every showman on the boardwalk is chasing after me with a machete. But before I go, the least I can do is help you help Abigail. So tell me what needs to be done. So, it's dirty business. Well, nothing new in this city. Now, the final act of this little show involves the star clown, you, throwing knives at poor Zaid against a decorated backboard. There's an obvious option there if bloodshed doesn't make you, queasy. But we do know the showmen take cheating very seriously. And it just so happens that Zaid wears a protective vest underneath his costume. puts a sour taste in my mouth, knowing exactly how that feels. But it's the showmen who are delusional, not Sade and I for valuing our own lives. I'll leave the job to you. I need to scram before Charlotte's loyal human dogs sniff me out.
Waiting around will be the death of you.
A night of heart-throbbing classics. Where would we be without them? For hundreds of years, art has risked heart and soul, life and limb. So I close with one last visceral threat. The curve of blade to never.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
Close.
Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
Let loose!
Thank you for your cooperation.
Dare gut me! This? It isn't at all what it looks like. My costume. The layers! Ew. Oh, it's over! Mother! It's over! Oh, I fooled myself! They all see it! Oh, I've got to get out of here! Where can I hide?
Who is that wearing my oversized shoes? You think just anyone can honk and giggle? You made me a punchline!
Distinguished guests, clowns, and showmen, brace yourself for an unexpected encore! For this impersonating intruder cannot be allowed to leave unpunished. This is now an open-fire venue. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit, or grab your gun and join the fun!
I heard the news. Showman are gonna have his head. Probably would have been nicer to cut off a limb or two. As promised, a taste of the devil himself. Nah, don't you go blabbing about where you got it. Stan's got a tight ship to steer. Now, didn't I just say I got a tight ship to steer? Even if we did have such a dough snooping around the family, who finally got too damn entitled for her own good, I wouldn't tell you nothing about that. Of course not. I wouldn't tell you how useless it would be to go after that little girl. We'd have to have a big damn reason to send guys that far away. And that girl ain't it. See, I wouldn't tell you about any of that. And that's why they count on Stan. You understand why, now that I've spelled it out for you? The Russos are long gone. That is, if there ever was a Russo. I sure don't know any Russos. Now don't you forget what Stan did for you. Capiche?
He's got it good. What I wouldn't do for a taste of the blood.
Must have left something. Where did I screw up? What was that?
Tell me you have the dose. You're a lifesaver. All right, Abby. Down the hatch.
Then? Mom. And... who are you again? Feels... nice. Oh. Right. Guess I'm in trouble again, huh?
This is just temporary. We need to find you a real solution. An antidote. You got into this, Abs. Do you know anything about getting off it?
Well, maybe Dad would have told me if he hadn't cut me out. But that's all water under the bridge, though. Everything's dandy now. We're in West Virginia. It's a new start. No more jobs, no more Dad. Everything's good. It has to be.
Dad? Thing is, I've tried to get answers from him about all kinds of things. But if he knows something about Devil's Blood, it has to still be in there somewhere. Maybe you'll have better luck than me. Look, I know it's...
Now, there's no use rehashing all of that. We got you the blood, didn't we? That's what matters.
We? Don't tell me you went with them.
Well, what's with the accusatory tone? I helped, didn't I?
You helped? Why don't you tell me what actually happened? Color me surprised.
Oh, I'll spill the beans. They're going to fall out eventually. When I heard you had a way to fly to Atlantic City, I saw an opportunity to redeem myself. To steal the stage and show them Evelyn Russo, the fearless songstress, to remind the audience what they loved about me. But the showman found out before I could do anything, and it was all for the better. I don't know what possessed me. Going on stage without a proper act prepared, it would have been a disaster.
Are you crazy? You're lucky you made it back alive. When will you think about us for once? What you're leaving behind?
Yes, there's that aspect of it as well. You have to understand, Vincenzo. My life has always been showbiz. I don't know who I am without it. But here's to me finding out. I realized I have another role to play here, as your mother. Perhaps I haven't committed to that as fully as I should have.
Wow. Is this an apology?
Yes, whatever you want to call it. I say we've gotten too sentimental already, but well, there you have it.
I just hope that you...
And here I am. But let's not make it awkward, shall we? We have Abigail to worry about at the moment.
Well, that's a bit complicated. Him and Abs used to be really close, back when she was younger. We never understood what changed. And now, maybe we never will. It's been really tough for her. To put it simply, I'm a disappointment to him. Abby had a better chance of knowing than me. And you're a third... I wasn't sure if you had already put it together, but Dad was a big player in the family. It makes sense that he might know something about blood. The question is if he knows anything that could help Abby. And if it's still possible to... coax it out of him somehow. Hey.
Abigail? Are you, all right, dear?
Who, me? You're really asking?
Of course, darling. We're going to get you out of this conundrum. If anyone knows how to slink out of a mess, it's your mother. Never mind that there's usually another one waiting. We'll tackle that when we get to it.
Yeah, we will. Won't we? Thanks, Mom. Hey, thanks again for what you did for me. I won't forget it.
Go talk to my father. I'll take care of Abby.
Sure. I know it's been a lot to deal with. Well, I shouldn't have stolen that devil's blood. Punishment always comes for those who do. I just thought I could do it without getting caught.
To scrub the must out of this place.
I have access to places I shouldn't. Just got too confident, I guess. And too desperate. Like myself, for now. The withdrawal to this stuff comes and goes. You never know when the next wave is gonna hit. Sorry, I know you're doing what you can to fix this for me. Don't feel like you have to. I always figure things out. Somehow. She did. In name only. She would take any spare moment to talk smack about them. I guess she felt backed into a corner. Joining them was the only way to keep an audience. I can't blame her. I think I know how that feels. Okay. Probably for the best.
Hang in there, Abs.
I think it'd do better if Mom would accept reality and cater to the locals. All the glitz and glamour doesn't work like it did over there.
In a shack amidst the hills
You can ask. I feel like you might regret it, though.
I wonder what Pop knows.
Well, isn't it obvious? Because we're a disaster. Whenever people get a glance behind the scenes of the glamorous Russo family, they back off. The few people my parents could have called friends left them behind. Ben doesn't even tell people who he really is. No one wants to get dragged into this mess. If you can't keep things together at home, who's gonna trust you with anything on the outside? No one with any sense will. I think my parents had enough to deal with before 2 more family members came into the picture. Then we just...
Go talk to my father.
Followed their
Take care
example,
of Abby.
I guess.
Another broken
Close?
table. I'm not
I
cut out
was,
for all this
with
family
Dad.
labor.
Yeah. Anyway, my parents have too many of their own problems to worry about me and Ven. I try not to fault them for it, I really do. They have...
There has to be some way to help.
They have such vibrant lives. I was always jealous. Wanted to be like them someday.
Where is
But I was jealous of their time,
Does no
too.
one want to drink in these
I want
godforsaken
parents,
hills? To
not
dance?
idols. Ven has always been there for me. Never judged me when I messed up. I don't know how people are always saying they hate their siblings. For us, I don't know. Maybe our messed up situation brought us together.
More like the bedraggled. I don't want their
Good idea. Yeah, sure. I don't know. The pain is the same here as anywhere else. Sorry, that was... I'm just trying to figure out how to make it through this right now, that's all. It's a long story. I don't think I'm really comfortable talking about it.
split ends and no
I can barely think about surviving tomorrow, let alone a month from now. I'm just gonna try and make it through this first.
Perhaps.
Glad to.
See what you can get out of my father. Go talk to my father. I'll take care of Abby.
Are there any songwriters around here? I may be doomed to search my own feelings for inspiration. Horrid! Looking for entertainment, huh? I've got stories, insults, and a long list of complaints. Plenty to keep us occupied. Oh, if we must.
There has to be some way to help Abby.
Something new. Business? What business? So far, you're the only living thing that's walked in here without trying to kill us. Vincenzo thinks the venture was misguided. Folksy dive bars like the Wayward get more business in a place. Well, I say the audience doesn't know what it's missing. Give it time and advertisements, they'll come. I hope this isn't some attempt at counseling. Our American dream didn't work out exactly as planned. Sue me for it. Oh. Well, he was an utter fool. Sat in the audience for one show and tried to book me at the Neapolitan's main stage. I told him casinos weren't my scene, but the money he offered... Now, you've no idea how many young gentlemen I had to fend off during those days. I mean the flirtations, the roses, the breaches of privacy. Endless. But Antonio? That fool got me a private dressing room, bigger paychecks, free concessions all over the establishment, and he would hardly look my way. It wasn't his money I wanted. It was his independence, the authority and discipline he exuded. But he had no idea how to romance a woman. I soon had to take matters into my own hands, and the rest, as they say, is history.
There has to be some way to help Abby.
Here we go. You help out with a few things, and now you think you're part of the family? You have no right to speak for Vincenzo. If my son has grievances, he can take them up with me personally. It's very frankly none of your business.
Hang in there, Abs.
What in heaven's name would make him think that? I'm his mother. And besides, accepting critique is a crucial part of my job. Never mind the time I burned down the curtains at that awful theater. It's the owner's fault for dismissing my talent. And that phony news company, they deserved to have their electric lines cut. It was a service to the city. Oh, I see your point. They say it's life's most difficult and most rewarding endeavor. They are most certainly right on the former. But I sometimes think about where I would be if I hadn't said yes. If I hadn't thrown caution to the wind. If I hadn't stuck around to raise little Vincenzo. And then Abigail. It feels like a string of reckless coincidences, but those were choices I made, choices I wanted. In the end, life is much more vibrant with them around, don't you think? Please, this... Oh, my favorite topic! And yours too, I'm certain. I sang in lounges, mostly. Soon enough, exclusive ones. They started booking places for me rather than booking me for a place. I was on top of the world, biggest talent in the city. Then the war came. Priorities changed. The Showman took advantage of the lawlessness, took advantage of people's primal ugliness, and stole everything from me. If I sound bitter, it's because I am. Maybe I could have survived the world dying with my optimism intact, but to watch my dreams die with it, that's the real injury. For those of us that survived. Well, not so different from professional life, really. Same show, different venue. You play a role, manage conflicts, and try to decipher what people want from you. I've never been good at that part.
There has to be some way to help Abby.
Of course I have. I get clearer answers if I don't ask. People don't always understand their own feelings, dear. They often don't. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Try out different things and see what makes people yap the least.
I wonder what Pop knows.
Oh, please. I'm in showbiz. The inflated confidence is tactical. Ever heard of a rock star who didn't act like they were God's gift to humankind? It's a persona. It makes people look up to them. Not to mention, things are far more entertaining this way. I know I can... Ugh, if we... The show you crashed. I haven't forgotten how my chance at the spotlight was denied. Not that I need one anymore. It was childish to hold on to the past. When an act goes stale, you just put on a new one. These lifeless hills have potential yet. We may need to dig deep to find it. Very deep. If you must be reminded, the showman found out my act was fake. Fake in the sense that I had a lifeline attached. I wasn't going to fall to my death so the sadist in the audience could get off on the thrill. Give them the fantasy, certainly. That's what performance is about. What difference does it make to them if it's real, so long as they believe it is? The showmen disagree on that point. I expect I'm the target, don't you? Well, if that's the case, let them come. I don't regret a thing.
There has to be some way to help Abby.
I laid my soul bare, and you've already gone and forgotten about it. If you must be reminded, I wasn't going to give them the fantasy. The showman... Something new and exciting.
Oh, it's you!
Hang in there, Abs.
Helping the family out? Oh, no, that's dangerous work. I hope you're being safe about it.
Concoction people drink around here. Nuka shine? I won't be caught dead serving that radioactive slop.
Abby, in trouble? If only I could have. If only I could have, if only I could have, spent more time with her.
What is that glowing concoction people drink around here? Nuka shine? I won't be caught dead serving
Abby.
that radioactive slop.
Darling, such a strong child.
So what did Pop have to say? Anything comprehensible?
No shopping.
Pop. So he's not totally gone. Well, that's reassuring. Or upsetting. Haven't decided yet, and don't have time to. Well, if he won't help us, we'll need more of a Hail Mary. Yeah, I'm sure. That chem is much too strong. It's taken more lives than I can count. We can't afford to give her a drop more. What? Oh, right. You was hoping you'd have more of a heart, but fine. I'll buy whatever help I can get if it means saving Abby. Well, I've been trying to remember anything Dad may have told me about his job back in the day, and something came to mind. I remember he would take business trips to the city center. That's government territory, so it always struck me as out of character. He told us he had a warehouse there. Never said what it was for, and I never found out either. If he really was involved with Devil's Blood, though, maybe that place has something to do with it. Maybe the family is keeping stock there. Even an antidote if we're lucky. I can't say for sure, but Pop, well, he was in the family. You know, the mob. The same mob that sells Devil's Blood. Maybe he was just collecting Vigorish, but... And I really hate saying this. I hope it was blood-related, because it could be our only lead. Glad you agree. I know it's a long shot, but it gives us a starting point. Alright, we'll need to borrow that vertibird of yours again. I'm coming with you this time. We'll fly into downtown, and I'll get us in contact with an old friend of mine familiar with the rumors. She'll know where to go from there.
Oh, the stars have fallen.